Hello and welcome back to Callie's in the Kitchen. Today I'm going to attempt a fairy flower, which is a technique created by Micah from resincourses.com. She has many other techniques and you can sign up for the courses and get a discount code if you go to Pouring Your Heart Out YouTube channel. Julie Cuts has a discount code. This is a mold that I got from Etsy and I'm going to try it. I don't know if it'll work or not. I will be using the Bloom pigment paste created and distributed by Pouring Your Heart Out, her eBay store or Amazon. Be using Holbein inks, Luminous Opera, Mauve, Ultramarine Blue. I am going to use a little crushed glass mixed with some Choco Gray glitter that I got from Laura's Art Corner. I'm also going to try Petra's idea of adding mica powder also in the fairy flower. I think she did it for a dragon flower or another technique, but I'm going to try this. So I'm just sort of itching to try something different. So we'll see. I will return once I have everything mixed up. Alrighty, so I have mixed my three colors, alternating them, and I had to guess how much resin for this layer I need. And if it doesn't go all the way to the edge, I might actually nudge the mold since I haven't put my center in yet. And then I realized when I was mixing my resin, I didn't have enough resin, so I have no idea how this is going to turn out. So let's see, what's the best way? Eeks, eeks, eeks. I can't quite tilt it. Well, maybe I can. Let's see here. Help. So I'm really mixing the colors here. That's interesting that it went over there nicely, but not here. Let's see if I, no, let's see. Disaster, disaster. I don't want to lift this because it's such a narrow, thin mold. Let's just see if it does that. You know, I am going to do something we haven't done before. Ooh, it's flowing, it's flowing. Okay, I'll just be patient. I might nudge it a little bit with my mixing stick. So, as always, I'm never hopeful, especially when I create something. That's why I like to learn from other people and do what they do, because when I come up with something, it usually doesn't work, but we shall see. All right, so we've got a little bit more here. Let me see if I can squeeze as much as I can out of this leftover. Put it in the center or kind of move it around. Who knows what kind of effect we're going to get with this technique. Okay, so I've got my piping bag filled with resin and the bloom. I'm going to cut about that much off the end, and here I will go dotting away. Sometimes it's easy when you put it in the bag, it kind of drops out on its own without even having to sort of squeeze the trigger with your index finger. So anyway, I am going to do these in a circle and then another one, oopsie daisy. I'm concentrating. So feel free to fast forward through this dotting process. However, in the meantime, the resin of choice is Art Pro from resinpro.com. It is a 3:2 resin, and this mold usually holds about 5 ounces, so I don't know really for this particular technique how much I needed for each color, for the clear, for the bloom. So we'll just play, right? And because this is not a live edge mold, I have no idea what will the outcome be. And also because silly me did not mix enough resin. So I will be stopping talking until my next step. So feel free to fast forward. Okay. Now I am going to put in the center the mica powder that I poured, that I mixed, sorry. I didn't do very much because I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm just experimenting. So I'm pouring it in here. Hope that's centered. Then, with the little left of clear resin that I have, I'm hoping it'll push this piece out. And I'm also, as I'm doing that, I'm watching the edge of my mold because this is a very narrow mold. But I was really curious to see if, so that's as far, even if I had more resin, it would overflow. So that's the challenge. So anyway, now that I can see my center, I am going to place my crushed glass and a little bit of glitter that I have. I'm going to get my other silicone tool to help me push in. And then I'll just sort of push down and sort of circle. Wouldn't it be a lovely surprise if this turned out something? Even if it's not a fairy flower. But I just wanted to try a different mold, really, is what I wanted to do. I think that's enough. What I might do, actually, now that I think about it, well, it's too late now. I could have done the syringe trick at the end of pulling it, but who knows? I'm just gonna let that sit. Sure, pretty colors. The blue, the luminous opera, and the mauve look pretty together. So I'm just slightly torching, making sure I don't get the edges of my mold, because I'm very guilty of doing that. So, you know, I am, oh, what should I do? What should I do? I am going to suck in. But I'm not going to suck in from on the bottom. I'm just going to put my syringe on the surface of the resin liquid and just suck very gently. Just to bring it up a little bit. I mean, bring the white in a little bit. Let's see, because I'm trying not to take away my crystal and my crushed glass and my, there. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. Just a little bit, just to it up. Okay, so fingers crossed. We'll see how it turns out tomorrow. Okay, it's been a few hours, but the resin has set. I'm just a little concerned that I've got this white underneath, so who knows, but I'm still, depending on how good or bad the outcome is, I may post it, only because I was so proud of my landscape videotaping. And it's a little bit soft and bendy, so I'm going to be really careful. And I have my bowl right here to place it in to shape it. So, oh boy, this is going to be different. Let's see. Whoop. Oh, too bad. Didn't work. Became kind of a, I don't know, crackle look. So that's so interesting with all that stuff there. Interesting, interesting. Very interesting. So anyway, I guess it didn't turn out to be a fairy or a dragon. It turned out to be a crackle. So I suppose the conclusion is, I guess you do need a live edge mold. So this will sit and form, and then I will take a photo of it when it's done, and I will post it on the Facebook group that I belong to, which is Pouring Your Heart Out. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.